hear it, so let her tell it. People on the streets say Sabrina speaks. Tune into the show, she will let you know. Tell all your friends and family. Real talk is no joke. You get the news straight up from grassroots and concerns. You hear some people gone. So tell all your friends to tune in to the
Good evening,
show.
Cayman. I'm Sabrina Turner, and welcome to Sabrina Speaks, your daily dose of clarity, truth, and community insights. Every weekday from 5 to 6:30 p.m., we're tackling the issues that affect you, from national headlines to grassroots concerns. Whether you're in traffic or winding down your day, this is your chance to hear it straight and speak your truth. So buckle up, Cayman. We're not holding back.
This is the show. We gotta let you know. Now we got to go.
And now here's Sabrina.
Well, good afternoon and happy Monday. Wishing everyone a wonderful start to the week. And this is another episode of Sabrina Speaks. I'm your host, Sabrina, and it's good to be back here with you as we kick off a fresh start to a new week and looking for great things. Don't know where you are in the neck of the woods, but I know we've been having rain like practically all early afternoon. And right now, and the mosquitoes, oh my God, it's so early and they're already out. But it is indeed a pleasure to be with you for another exciting episode, of course, informative, very much engaging, of Sabrina Speaks, where we are conversations for the world. And definitely the podcast where Voices of the Islands, Conversation for the World, and the podcast where voices rise, stories unfold, and inspiration takes center stage. Yes, it is indeed center stage. 936-8255 is the number to call, and I love your participation. But guess what? This week is an interesting week, because this Wednesday, October 15th, Parliament convenes. And I know you're excited about that. Yes, the government is expected to table their strategic policy statement this week. And pretty much what that is their blueprint for the next 4 years. That's in the sitting that's coming up here on Wednesday. But before we dive into that and what it means, not only for your wallet, but the plans, the blueprint, what it means for your rights, your future, everything. This is the first time since we've had one member of parliament now moving from one party to another. Yeah, that political tremor that we felt that could possibly do some shaking on the floor of parliament. Will he make a statement on the floor? We don't know. Will the progressives make a statement on the floor? We don't know. Where will he sit? Who decides where he sits? Why does that even matter, especially now, you may say? But today I will share with you the highlights of what's supposed to be expected of let's say the first sitting, what you should be expecting. And I'll also share with you, I was out and about this weekend. So I'll give you a little sneak peek as to what I was up to. And we'll talk a little bit about the Veterans Gala as well, what that means. Look, I am boasting. And if you look good in the backdrop, even the backdrop is representing with the poppy there. Yeah, so you'll get to see maybe 1-2 pictures. This time I didn't get any formal pictures at the gala, but my friends took a few. And but it was an exciting evening, but I don't want to take away from that. But yeah, I'm expecting Shadden McLaughlin. I'm hoping on Andrew, but I know he was just totally slammed today. But Shadden McLaughlin is expected to join me in a little bit so that she can share with us some of the highlights of that event. It was huge. I got lots of pictures. I got some videos as well. OMG. Yes, I got videos as well. And so that you'll get to see about, what happened and why. So please see me out for just a little bit. Go tell your friends and, just what I did to exhale for once. Not too often I get out, But we're going into also a little bit into the Constitution. I'll tell you a little bit about standing orders as well. Yeah, to understand more how power moves in Parliament and how you and the people could, can be hold them accountable. But it's going to be interesting. But you know what? Nevertheless, thank you for all the feedback that I continuously receive when I go out. I'm happy that, you're not going to please everyone. Hey, I love you same way. But the content you're about to hear, including any discussions or opinions from myself, guests, and or participants, is intended solely for general information and entertainment purposes. It's not a substitute for professional, legal, medical, or financial advice. So I encourage you to consult with a qualified professional for your specific concerns. Sabrina Speaks disclaims all liability for any decisions or action taken in reliance on the information presented. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. And you can also follow me on Facebook. You look for Sabrina Turner, community activist. I'm also on Instagram. You look for @Sabrina Speaks 12, the Sabrina Speaks Show. I'm right there. So and you can also find me on all, of course, CMR, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channels as well. But I see y'all. I see you all. Let's see who comment. Marshall, you were first to class. What happened? Welcome. It's good to see you topping the list of your comments. Yeah, first, when I say first to class, I mean first to comment. But it's always good to have you guys here with me. Connie Bonnie, too. She is right here. Connie is right here with us. Good evening to you. And she's saying, happy Monday, everyone. Iva, you brought you home or what? That weather got you in? I'm going to be in for a couple days, I'm sure. I feared frog. Yeah, you ain't gonna catch me outside for fun. Damian Henry, good evening to you as well. Barbara G, it's good to have you. Miss Ethel, hi, how are you? It's good to see you comment and see I can answer you in real time. It's always good. Love your feedback, definitely. At least you see we're even watching behind the scenes. Yes, it's a pleasure to have you. Facebook, YouTube, you're all over the place, my buddy. Thank you so much for all your support. Marshall, he needs to go and sit under a tree. He ain't doing anything with substance anyway. I'm thinking you're talking about the MP that just resigned. Yeah, well, let's see. I mean, leading up to Wednesday, I intend to just give you in today's episode, just sharing with you some of the stuff, what you should be looking out for, breaking down really what the SPS is, the policy statement, aligning that with the sections of standing orders, things that you should look out for. Now, I don't really expect tomorrow to go on very long. By all accounts, they're expected to be there for all of this week, maybe up to Friday. Bearing in mind that once this strategic policy statement is tabled on the floor of Parliament, and I'll break down what that means, why it's so important, and why they're not out there telling you all of this before it's tabled. I'll break all of that down for you today. But I can see tomorrow probably being a shorter day, somewhat, because once the blueprint for what they want to do for this administration for this next 4 years is tabled on the floor of Parliament. Remember now, the opposition hasn't had an opportunity to see that. So in order for them to debate it, it has to be tabled first. They get privy of it. I can see them going off and just processing whatever is contained therein, giving them enough time to go through it. They'll probably have to huddle as the opposition. Now, where does that leave the other two now independents that are not politically aligned with the progressives and or that we know of? I'm just going to quote that. We don't know their alignment. How will they meet? Will they do this independent with their committee members? We don't know. That's it. But normally what you do in order to prepare to debate that, they will give them time. The government now will give the opposition, for the sake and intended purpose of this platform, opposition. Now we'll just do broad brush. We're not into political labelings. But what they'll do, they'll go off, they'll read it, and then they'll come back, prepare their debates. If it's something that they don't like or need further clarity on, that's where they'll debate over it. So it'll be interesting. But I don't expect, maybe we'll get a statement or two. I don't know. Let's see. If I get the actual list for what's going to take place, then I'll break it down, how the agenda normally goes. and who I'll give you here, who to look out for in this sitting, who would more than likely be doing the most speaking. So it'll be interesting. It'll prep you up for what to look out for. And the reason why I felt this was important for me to tell you this today is so that it builds up to the actual event, and it makes, if you're able to tune in either live or at some points during the day, that you're not lost in the jargon meaning how they speak. I'll even tell you the difference. I've started that already, but why the difference in tone, why it's so important, and even certain things that are said on the floor of Parliament, why they're protected. You hear the term parliamentary privileges used all along, and what does that mean? But it's interesting how I'm going to actually break it down to put you on notice, to prepare, so that when you do tune in, you are somewhat seasoned, or you know exactly what to somewhat expect, and it should come across more, you're more inclined then to tune in. So that's the purpose of me sharing this with you, because far too often these things are happening live, and unless somebody says, yo, you hear what that one say, you hear that one telling out that one, that's the only how you see the numbers increase when there's like total drama on the floor of Parliament. And just tune in. That's what I want us to do. I want us to just tune in, and if you have the time. Hi, Jasara. Good evening to you, my love. Hey, Donnie. Good evening. Nice read. The plants are happy. I'm quite sure all the frogs and everything else. And for all of you who loves crabbing, yeah, Pirates Week coming. So all you guys, please be careful on the road if you're going out to look for crabs. You know, with the rains, all the land crabs come out now. People are going to be all over the place. Just do it safely, especially if you're going to be on the road. Wear something light clothing, reflective clothing, so that if you're on the roadsides that you see your hazard lights flashing, it doesn't necessarily, this time of the year, doesn't necessarily mean that you are in problems or have your car is stalled. It may be look out for somebody with a flashlight or a cane or a stick, whatever it is, looking for crabs. That is tradition here for us in the Cayman Islands. So please, 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 for all of you guys who love it just for the fun. One year I did it with my family. Derek's truck boy, and we were all over the place. But guess what role your girl was? She was the driver. She was the driver. I don't eat crabs. I don't go out there. I had fun though. Everybody was loaded up in the back and stuff like that. But it was fun, to say the least. Just being able to drive, and you just slowly, and you got on your hazard lights, and everybody's jumping on and off. Of course, we did it off the main road. We didn't do the main roads at all because of safety. And it was fun how I had my cousins with me, younger kids, to see this tradition and how they actually enjoyed it as well. So I loved being the driver. Everybody was on the back and just hearing them, yo, this one is big. You see that one? That one get away? What you make him get away for? It's just comical. Just comical, just being in the driver's seat with the windows open and hearing them say, go around there, he's going under there. And oh my gosh, that was fun. But yeah, what are your thoughts of going out crabbing? I don't eat them, but I don't mind being a driver. Richard, hi. Yes, from Texas. How's it over there, Richard? Oh, it's so good. Thank you for choosing to spend your evening with us. Hi, Shobin. It's good to have you with us. Trendsetter, just tune in. Well, we love you. We love you. Hey, Carrie, over there from the cat sanctuary. It's always good. What's the weather like over there, Carrie? You getting all the rain? Sherry Ann, good evening to you too, my love. Osmond, hi, how are you? Yes, my darling Osmond. Thanks. Yes, edifying us. Great job. You are more than welcome. And just for the record, Osmond Anderson, he's not being fresh at all. That's how Osmond has always greeted me. That is who Osmond is, and I love you. That's one thing with him. He's never changed. Osmond has been the same thing. Top one Tyler as well. One of our top one Tylers. Kudos to you. Unsolicited endorsement right there, Osmond. Always good to have you locked in. Have that green dress? Yeah, get me in trouble. But I'll do my best. Thank you so much, nevertheless, Marshall. It is a pleasure, definitely. Lucille, all the way from the UK. How are you? Good evening, Sabrina. I'm here. Don't know how long. Staying up. Where is Melita? Is she sleeping? She'll probably be tuning. Aha. This is the secret one. I gotta make sure I find out who you are by 26. But good evening, Shaka Zulu. It is always a pleasure to welcome you. Connie Bonnie, my orchids are dancing. It's not crab season, Auntie. No, I tell you, I don't eat them, I don't. But last night I was on the road and I saw quite a few. And we had rains up to Saturday. I saw quite a few on the road. I saw quite a few. So I don't know. I don't eat them. I don't eat them. So, hey, whatever. They have eggs now. Well, I tell you, I don't eat them. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Okay, well, that one was probably trying to find the water. I don't know. I don't eat them. Oh, my goodness. I don't eat crab either, but I enjoy going crab hunting back in the day. So when does crab season start? What, June? When they're in the season? I don't know. It's interesting. Well, I just gave everything away right there just by saying, oh, you going out crabbing because I see it's raining and I know I saw a couple on the road last night because you should see me trying to avoid them. I don't want to hit them because that can really mess up your car tires. But happy birthday to anybody who celebrated a birthday over the weekend, celebrating a birthday today that I may have missed. And definitely anybody who has an upcoming birthday, happy birthday to you when it arrives. Now, I saw just before going live, leave it with Sandra Boy. She is always on the ball with the latest news and headlines and exciting news. I see where Central Northside property approved for conversion of a 12-bed nursing home. Wow, this is great news. Central Planning Authority has approved the conversion of a residential property on Hutland Road in Northside into a 12-bed nursing home, according to minutes from the Central Planning Authority's September 3rd meeting. Excellent, excellent, excellent news. It'll be interesting and good. Let's see when that can roll out. Excellent news for all of those, for the elderly, period. And then there's a South Sound alert, also news on CMR Facebook page. Residents report that around 4 a.m. yesterday in Vienna Circle, a thief was spotted roaming the neighborhood and rummaging through cars. So please, I can't believe these high-end BMWs and stuff. Why? Wouldn't they automatically lock? Or they got all these kind of techniques and all that sort of stuff now that they can. Oh, this is interesting. Because but you know what? Go on to the CMR page for all of the latest details. So what is this one? 6 hours. A major new genetic study has revealed that white children of older, good God divine, I gotta read this one. Major new genetic study has revealed white children of older fathers face higher risk of inherited diseases. Researchers at the Wellcome Sanger Institute found that as men age, a growing number of selfish sperm cells outcompete their healthier counterparts, using disease-causing mutations to manipulate rapidly rather than gradually. By sequencing over 100,000 sperm cells from 81 men aged from 20 to 70, scientists discovered that while men in their early 30s had about 1 in 50 sperm carrying harmful mutations, that figure rose to nearly 1 in 20 by age 10. These mutations occur in at least 40 genes that make sperm stem cells divide faster, creating more mutated sperm as men get older. Unlike random genetic errors, these selfish mutations, oh God, even sperm selfish now? Oh, good God. Boost cell growth in testes, but at the cost, they're linked to serious neurodevelopmental disorders, including autism and even certain cancers. Look here, guys, go on to Sandra's page and you can see those headlines and so much more. But that one is interesting. Yeah. Hi, Denver. Good evening. When you can see an MP working to serve his constituency and Greater Cayman Islands? When can you see an MP working to serve his constituency and Greater Cayman Islands? Yes, when you can see. Let's see where that's going, Denver. Yep. Connie, I know this is delayed based on that article, but I had to read it. It really definitely caught my attention. You know what? I'm going to take a little break. Let's see if my guests are coming on. I know that's in about 10 minutes. That's all right. We're going to take a break. And because the 13th is coming, Denver. Oh, I see what you say now, Denver. See, from a man's perspective, you get it. Sperm weak, not selfish. So they have, oh Lord. But what's weird, Denver, is that they're actually beating up on the good sperms. How selfish. OMG. This is a whole different topic whatsoever. So what does that say? Best for you to be fruitful and multiply in your earlier years, because then based on your genetic codes, what your hereditary risk, let's say for diabetes, for cancer, for cardiac disease, that actually is translated in those little wiggly things. Interesting, very interesting. But the takeaway is the older you are in spreading those things around and creating these kids because you want to prove that everything still works, it's a greater risk of autism for your children or child and disease. That was the biggest takeaway for me. Hey, hi, Gladys Gray, watching. Thank you. Going to use something else, MPJ e-bikes. Oh, Lord. We talked about two different things, though, Denver. This is funny. Too much alcohol and weed. Yeah, that probably have them doing a little faster, but I don't know what their viability is in regards to it. Look, this could go. This is a late night show. Where is Denny when I need him? McDome, laugh out loud. Don't you just love when you jump into conversation? Trust me. No, but this is why you guys are, this is why you have to be on your A game at all times, because it tells you that I am focused on what I want to deliver, but that's life. But you got to hold it down. You got to hold it down, McDome. You got to do it. You got to do it. But that was interesting. No context, none whatsoever. And you see too, it comes in broken. Like if it's not, what you all need to realize as well is that there's a short delay. So sometimes I may have gone on, and when you guys actually hear it, there's a delay. And by the time your responses come back, whatever, it's even further. And I may have gone off to another conversation as well, or a subject line. So I got to try to cut and paste. It is something here in this space, but yeah, at least you get a little fun. That's what it's all about here. But you know what? Let's take a break. And when we come back, because the 13th is nearing, and that means that the countdown for nominating persons for the 2026 Heroes Day nominations is drawing to a close, right? So that's going to be the 15th. The 15th is the deadline. So we want to make sure that you're well informed and exactly what you need to do. Please stay with me. When we come back, I'll have more for you on Sabrina Speaks.
Infrastructure is more than roads and buildings.
It's our lifeline, connecting East End to West Bay, Kimmebrack to Little Cayman, and the Cayman Islands to the world.
It established the route to get our children to school, keep our hospitals powered, and support our businesses every day.
Through hard work, ingenuity, and perseverance, people make that happen.
From the early pioneers who paved the first paths and laid the first pipes,
to the innovators who modernize water, energy, telecoms, ports, and our airport.
They're the quiet hands that build resilience.
And the vision that keeps Cayman going strong.
Now it's our turn to recognize them. Know someone who built, maintained, or improved the Cayman Islands we love?
Nominate them today at gov.ky/YSCH. Click Nominate Today.
Some of you something else, and I like it too, you guys like the foolishness. You think I don't see you? Of course. Hi, Miss Melita. Miss Lucille just asked for you, Miss Melita. She thought you may have been sleeping because she didn't see you yet. So make sure tell Miss Lucille that you're wide awake. Denver, trust me, we try because many times it's like 4 or 5 different things. You got your phone, you got everything, but this is funny. Yes, but you both and Sandra follow very well with all your messages. I try to make it my best because I don't want anybody to feel that, I'm really being selective, because I'm not. If you're outright rude, then I'm not going to give you the time of day. We just move along. And if you get really, really rude, then it's delete. And then, yeah, but I like this. But yeah, you can see I try to keep it real. I try to make sure that it's engaging enough, that it's thought provoking, and that you're feeling very comfortable that we can go wherever, But yeah, for a moment I was all over the place there, and I knew I was totally off when I said crab season, but it's only because I saw a darn crab last night, a few on the way home, after being out pretty much all day, but that was fun. Yeah, so today is all about a reflection. Give a little time for my guests to join me here. And it's a reflection of this weekend with the Veterans Gala, to which I attended. Yeah, and I got some pics as well. And then after that, kudos to the Marriott, despite them having no beach. No, Marriott has really been a huge sponsor of them being able to host the Veterans Gala, I think for 12 years, but for quite some time. And I must say kudos to them. We had a grand time, and they give special rates. And what I learned yesterday at brunch, was that there were some people who took advantage of the special rates, that once you were attending the Veterans Gala, that they give you a special rate. And there was a family there who had kids, and it was amazing. Did you know that they had like babysitting services? They actually do. They have babysitting services once you're a guest at their resort. So from what I understood at the brunch table yesterday, because they were all they were different table, but they were there, and it was exciting because to know that they offered that service there at the Marriott. And these families could have actually have a staycation, attended the Veterans Gala, and they brought their kids. And while they were at the event, their kids were still at the resort being taken care of. And that was cool. And then Sunday morning, everybody woke up and we went for brunch, and we just had a blast. Yeah. So that was cool. That was cool. But if you didn't know, now you know. Kudos and thank you to Marriott, one of the many sponsors, but I will allow my guest to tell you all about that, of course, who is lurking in the back. And I'm going to share some exciting pictures with you, and you're going to get a little bit of, I wouldn't say me behaving badly, but just put it like this. I had a good time. Mm-hmm. Danny, you're here. Good evening. How are you? Connie, this space is all about people with big sense of humor. Love this space. Connie, you have finally found one of the secrets of my personality that unless you really know me, you would never know. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Miss Lucille TD, what's up? I awake. It's funny. The two of these are having a conversation. Oh, good God. Who woke Cameron? Must be the weather. Sabrina, you don't try follow Sandra. She not got no behavior. I will be my behavior. Where you been? Must be the rain. Yes. This is funny. Oh my God. Melita, hi, TD. No work today and was able to sleep. Oh, that's good. A little later. So I didn't have to take my normal afternoon nap. Well, good for you. As a military person, I support our regiment, I support our veterans, and everything that Cayman has done in the military sphere. I am currently working on a project with the military history, of the Cayman Islands, from the 1500s to current day. MacDome, congratulations. Let me tell you something. I learned so much Saturday night and about our history and how much Caymanians actually went away and fought for us. That if you think Caymanians have a look, you got it wrong, because now it's generational. And we have a few that are still out there on the front lines. And it's amazing how much that we still have out there. And that's why it's so important for us to support the veterans. And that is why it was important for me to have them back on today and for us to share exactly what went down. Try stop, Sophia. You know me. But without further ado, it is a pleasure for me to welcome back on Sabrina Speaks platform, Sharon. Da-da! How are ya? Look at you.
I'm recovering, but yeah, I'm great. I'm very great. and honored to be back again. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. Now, what a weekend it has been.
Yes. Very exciting.
Yeah. And I know building up to this, it must have been something. You have a small crew and everything, but pretty much what has happened, we kicked it off. There we go. And I deliberately did that one first because it's official. Now we can legally wear our poppies.
That is correct. Get them. They're free. We're at different grocery stores. It's time to show your support. Freedom is not free. It will never be free. We need to give thanks to those servicemen and women that put their lives on the line every single day and have done so for hundreds of years, defending the very freedoms that we get to enjoy today. So get your poppy and wear it proudly.
Yeah, I did a post on Sunday explaining exactly what was the true meaning of the poppy, but let's focus a little bit more on the gala for right now, and then we'll go into that. So tell us how it went down. I'm going to be sharing all sorts. I'm going to be spilling the beans. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, girl. Look at you.
That was the impromptu photo right before we officiated the ceremonials for the night. Her Excellency, she's such a wonderful patron. She's such a joy to have around. Her vibes and her energy, it was just invigorating. I'm also there with the Honorable Premier, Honorable Deputy Premiers. These are the wives,
right?
The Commissioner's wife as well, and of course myself. Just popping in there and having fun right before we get started.
Yeah, there's a number of them. There's a number of them, and as we speak, this is Commander Scotland and one of his staff from the Coast Guard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I have to give. Oh, there's my friend, but I will give a huge shout out to Photos R Us. The last 2 years, they've stepped up and donated their services to the Veterans Association, so we can have some magnificent photos and memories captured. As you can see, they did such a wonderful job with the photography.
Yeah, excellent. Now, I know that there was one of the videos to make it all make sense. I'm going to try to share a video here. Let's get off one of these. And it was amazing. That one resonated with me big time.
Okay.
The missing man video.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
For those of you that were not in attendance, you might want to grab a tissue.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, let's add this to the stage.
The table is round to show our everlasting concern. The cloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their motives while answering the call. The single red rose represents the blood that was shed and the lives lost in that service. It also represents the family and friends who keep the faith. A yellow ribbon for the yellow ribbons worn by those who remember and never forget. A slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of the bitterness of our loss. A portion of salt, a reminder of the tears shed. A lighted candle reflects our ongoing hope. An inverted glass. We can no longer share a toast. The chair is empty. Our companions are no longer present.
And they will be served alongside of us. take a second.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yep. I know. It always gets me. It always does. It's just something, and you served on the front lines. So when something like that, it hits home differently. But for all of those persons who have family and loved ones, and when we look, and of course, I will share it here more with you, even our young men and women who are actually our uniform services now and our frontlines persons, they will one day be veterans.
Yes,
And I think the more education we get on this, it's not just a gala. It's more than a gala.
it really is. It's
Yeah.
about the awareness.
Mm-hmm,
It's about allowing the public to get a small insight of just how
Mhm.
many people we're surrounded by that have served.
Right.
We serve proudly, but we serve silently.
Yes.
It's a service and a dedication that we give. The gala is basically, it's a time of fun and collaboration and remembrance, but
Mhm.
the purpose is to launch the Poppy Appeal.
Right.
The official launch of the Poppy Appeal happens on the night of the gala, where Her Excellency and the Honorable Premier are pinned with the first 2 poppies of the season
That we saw there earlier. Yeah.
that you saw there earlier. You're wearing your poppy. I've got on my my proud Cayman Islands Veterans Association shirt with my poppy.
Mhm.
All attendees receive the poppies, the first poppies for the season, and it carries on through the entire month, ending at Remembrance Day. Where we hope that members of the community join us as
Mhm.
we remember and give thanks to those that gave some, and
Mhm.
also those that gave all. And that is the purpose behind it. That long weekend, it's called Remembrance Day. Veterans are honored globally around the world, and the Cayman Islands government does an amazing job with recognizing the veterans on the island by holding that Remembrance Day ceremony. And that is the purpose of that weekend,
Right.
is to take time and remember and honor those that put their lives on the line.
Correct. Now,
Mhm.
how do you make your money? I mean, at the end of the day, this event is one of the biggest events that you host for the year, and many of persons get you. And I know for those who constantly follow us, but now that we're in the awareness month and kicking off, they may think, well, here's another ask. They're taken care of by government. That's not indeed the truth. Well, aren't they seafarers? How would you deal with
No,
that?
there is a huge misunderstanding and misconception of how veterans on the island are actually taken care of. Those veterans that are part of the association, the veterans do not receive, and let me repeat that. They do not receive assistance from the government. There is a difference between the Seafarers Association and the Veterans Association. Although many years ago, in I believe it was, mid 80s, if I recall, when the law was put into place
Mhm.
in legislation, there was because we still had veterans that served in World War I and World War II, though that 30 plus years ago,
Mhm.
when the law came into place, it acted as a single unity. But that stopped being what it was. And in the legislation, it did mention if they served in World War I or World War II.
Mm.
Anything after that was not acknowledged, therefore excluding any and all current veterans after World War II.
Mhm.
Therefore, when the Veterans Association was founded in 1979 by the late Charles Adams, the importance of the association was to ensure that no veteran in financial need ever went hungry,
Mhm.
without lights, without running water, without medication, without the need of assistance. that our elders need. And as you are aware, October is also Elder People's Month. So it kind of falls in suit where we launch the Poppy Appeal, and the need for the veterans is there because they are aging. When they become members of the Veterans Association, if they've been part of the Veterans Association for 10 years or more, they're widows. When those veterans pass, those widows or widowers then benefit for the assistance. So they're not left high and dry. Sadly, as the economy struggles and things get more difficult, the association steps in, and through these 2 fundraising initiatives, and that's it. That's all we have. We strive to raise as much money as possible via the gala and the Poppy Appeal, and those monies raised, we pray we make enough to get us through an additional year of providing assistance to those that are needing that financial assistance. So there's never an exchange of cash, Sabrina. So what it is when the funds are donated to the account, the veteran will then provide us with their CUC bill or their water bill, and then the Veterans Association will pay the utility company directly. As our community is recently aware, we sadly lost one of our long-term members, Mr. Graham Walker, rest his soul.
Yes.
He was in the association for 32 years, and he served long-term as our secretary. And his family decided that they were going to do a cremation. Unbeknownst to us, we had no idea that the cost of cremation has gone up now to $3,000. So that is an additional expense. And the Veterans Association, we've now had to increase the benefit to $3,000 just to help offset funeral expenses for the families, because we have to take care of one another. Who else is going to take care of them?
Correct. Right.
Yeah. So we start with the gala, and then we move into the Poppy Appeal. So we have incredible sponsors, incredible members of the community. The Poppy Appeal runs all month long. And as I mentioned before, when we first got on, there's no cost for a poppy. It's what your generous donation is to going to the association. We ask that people wear their poppies, but if you could just spare 25 cents, $1, anything great. Anything helps make a difference to achieving the goal to get us through one more year of assistance for them.
Right. This is what our government administration. Tell us about this image that's on the screen right now.
Yes. So that was erected today. Annually, our VP, Mr. Paul Ebanks, he puts the display up, and that is one of the 883,000 ceramic poppies created for Remembrance Day in the UK. And these ceramic poppies, again, they were limited. We were able to, Paul's family was able to secure one of them. And now we have a formal display describing the importance of the poppy, what it means, the photo of all the ceramic poppies when they first came with this display. And it's tears of blood, shall I say? And it's ever flowing. Okay. So the symbol of the poppy, a lot of people may not be aware, is Flanders Fields. And a lot of people don't understand what the importance of the poppy is.
Share it with us.
During World War I and II, where the bodies of the soldiers fell and lay, poppies grew. So, yes. So the story behind it is in Flanders Field, where several soldiers laid and died, the poppies appeared, and they said that this is the blood of the soldiers that made the sacrifice for our freedoms.
Oh, wow.
Hence the importance of wearing the poppy. So that's why we ask everybody to get yourself a poppy, wear it proudly. We have 2 different poppies, which is the Canadian poppy, and we have the UK, the British UK poppy. Some people have preferences, so we try to accommodate.
Right.
And
What's
we
the
also
difference?
have,
What's the difference between the poppies? One has a green leaf and the other one is like what I'm wearing without a green.
yes, so the one that you have on, it actually comes with a pin, and some
Yes.
people prefer to wear it because it stays on a bit better. And those are sent to us from the Canadian Legion in Canada.
Okay.
It's more of like a velvet flower. It's just their style of the poppy.
Mhm.
And the British poppy is made of paper with the
Okay.
plastic stem and the
Uh-huh.
leaf.
Okay.
But those that do wear the British poppy, please ensure, and for those that don't know what importance it is of where the green leaf is pointing to, it should be at 1100 hours, which is at 11 o'clock. When you look at the clock,
Mhm.
that your leaf is facing 11 o'clock,
Mhm.
no other direction, because on the 11th day of the 11th month of the 11th hour is when we remember them.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
is when the war ended, and that is when we will remember them. And that's why it's important to have the green leaf on the British poppy at the 1100.
Oh, wow. So this is lesson 101 today, and definitely just no, because people just wear it because, I'm just giving a donation. No, it's more than that. You don't want that type of attitude towards it, and you're wearing this on your on you. And
On
you
the
should
left side,
yeah,
closest to the heart.
correct. People should actually know the significance in it and why they're wearing it. And
Yes.
I know there was a 3-year-old who asked grandma what that means. And grandma says, this, she told him what it represented. And the thing is, he was asking like afterwards, so you're wearing that because people died. That's people's blood. And grandma said, yes. So
Yes.
that is just these kids. And that was a 3-year-old over the weekend after
Mhm.
attending Saturday night's event. Now,
Yes.
the 11th hour. Yes, Connie Castillo, the 11th hour. So people are getting it. And yes, interesting. See,
I'm
Mr.
glad.
Leader is saying, interesting. Thanks for the piece of information on the poppy. Yeah. And it is amazing. You go there, the bagpipes, I see where even Cameron gets emotional. Those bagpipes, oh my God, they get me all the time as well.
Yes.
And yes, and Denver also says Mr. Paul E. Banks from Northside, many years with the British military as well. Was
Yes,
one who
Mr.
went
Paul served with the Royal Marines,
there. Mhm.
and he's our vice president, and he's the icon and responsible party for ensuring that the poppies are getting distributed. He arranges the setups at the grocery store. So Paul has an intricate hand where Andrew and I really put the focus on the gala to get the poppy appeal kicked off.
Kicked off. Yeah. You got a band.
Yeah, I do. I have a band. These are the bands. They
Mhm.
are available as well.
Mhm.
Some people, we find that they will wear them year round. They never take them off because it is a constant reminder lest we forget. It is
Mhm.
always to remember our
Right.
fallen and our
Right.
active duty.
Yeah.
So it's quite impressive, which a lot of people learned last night, just how many Caymanians
Saturday night.
actually
Yeah,
served
yeah.
in military
You
services.
you could literally hear a pin drop.
Yes.
But the biggest takeaway, and you can share with us, definitely, when this man stood up to speak and he brought his granddaughter up.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about his significance. And I'm going to try to put another picture.
This is Mr. Truman Connolly, originally born in East End. He currently resides in the state of New York, and annually he graces us with his presence when he visits the Cayman Islands specifically to attend this very important event.
Mhm.
For persons that do not know Mr. Connolly, there was an article on him on Friday, but if you didn't get to read the article, the Caymanian Times, this gentleman here is Caymanian. He received the Purple Heart while serving in Vietnam. He was shot in action. And due to his combat wounds, he was honored with the Purple Heart during Vietnam. He's
Mhm.
the only Caymanian to have received this great honor.
Hmm.
And we are very fortunate to have him join us annually at the last, I believe, 4 or 5 galas.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, and what he shared with us on Saturday night that really stayed with me is that he to this day suffers from PTSD and badly.
Yes,
He was
that
so
is,
candid with that, and I mean, I don't think people realize it. It hit me, and it's wow. He was very open that this is real,
yes.
and that this is what he has to live with. And from what I gather, he's coming. He wants to come back home. He wants to come back to Cayman.
He wants to come home. I know you yourself, as a former Minister of Health and Wellness, understand that
Yeah.
there is a great need for counselors on the island that specialize in PTSD, and we really don't have that.
Mhm.
And just for the public, I'd like to stress that PTSD is not just for military members. PTSD comes in all different formats. It could be from an accident. It could be from a situation of any sort that causes post-traumatic distress,
Mhm.
right? We really need help for those. We have so many veterans on island that are suffering silently.
Mhm.
And believe it or not, we know several of those veterans, and for them to participate just as a member
Mhm.
of the Veterans Association is difficult for them
Oh
because they
wow.
don't want to remember it. They don't want to remember that time. It was too much for them. But
Mm.
we always let them know we are with you. We support you. And if you need our help, we're there for you. So
Mhm.
no veteran is left alone. But we really do need to work on, Sabrina, getting proper counselors here on the
Mhm.
island.
Mhm.
Even if I hate to say let's bring them in from overseas, but even if it means bringing them in from overseas,
Mhm.
upskilling and training some of our most educated and respected counselors on the islands. And I'll give a shout out to a family cousin, Greg Miller, who
Mhm.
works at Infinite Mind Care. Let's give those people an opportunity to deep dive and
Right.
learn more about PTSD so they know how to address it.
Yeah.
It is very, very important that we get people the help that they need for
Mhm.
things that other people just can't understand.
Right. Right.
As you heard last night from the various wars and conflicts, some Caymanians were like Vietnam. Your
Mhm.
chance of survival in Vietnam when you landed was maybe 10 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes at best.
Mhm.
So, yes, I see you guys speaking of Vietnam and Cambodia and the Korean War, and all of those conflicts and wars were mentioned at our gala last night, highlighting various Caymanians that were involved in those wars or conflicts. So, thank you so much. It's actually a pleasure to see that people are
No.
talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I felt it was important knowing the kickoff. People may just see these things set up in government offices, people going around with their canisters. I know we'll probably see them coming up over the weekend, but being so fresh
Yes.
is why I thought it was important for us to just keep this momentum going and not let it just, oh, well, that's what I did over the weekend. And then Wednesday come and it's like, oh yeah, oh, there's a poppy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you see, we have a question. Where can I
Yes.
purchase a t-shirt and a band?
Okay, so we're working on the t-shirt bit right now. Just a few of us members have the shirts. The bands are available. We currently have poppy stands set up at Foster's Airport, at Cayman Bay. We're working across the island to try and get more out, and some of the businesses have graciously offered as well to have the bins in their businesses just to make it more accessible. But the bands will be there with the poppies.
Okay.
Now, we would just simply ask, because obviously there is a cost associated with it, that you drop a minimum $5 donation into the bin to receive your band. and just wear them. For the t-shirts, we like to highlight, we want to expose, but if there's a way that I could turn around, let me know if you can see it.
Yep. Cayman Islands Veteran Association Poppy Appeal, sponsored by Cayman First.
Yes. So these t-shirts were actually provided to us courtesy of Cayman First being a sponsor. What we do like to do is ensure that the funds that we raise directly benefit the veterans in need. So if there's a business out there that would like to reach out to us and help sponsor shirts that we're able to sell and then retain the proceeds to helping our veterans in need, that would be great. But for us to go and foot out the cost, it's a challenge for us. We want to ensure that the money is being utilized the way it should be utilized. So we would thank you for wanting one. And if we do get a sponsor to help us get some shirts out there, we will ask you, Sabrina, to help us get that out there to promote it.
Heck, sure. Look at this. Now, I'm going to go on to Mr. McDome saying PTSD is something that needs to be talked about more. Any mental health issues attributed to military service needs to be talked about, especially for the men. The common belief is that men with mental health issues make them look weak. This is simply not true. A matter of fact, you are stronger for saying, yes, something is there, and say, I need help. That is so profound. But
that is absolutely correct, though. And that is exactly what Mr. Connolly said yesterday evening. It makes him extremely emotional.
Correct.
To speak about his time in Vietnam. He remembers being on the front lines, being shot, not knowing if he was going to survive it or not. And it makes him emotional to this day. Correct. And you're talking, he joined when he was 19 years old, when he was on the front line and shot, as many Caymanians have. We'll see.
Now I think it's about a challenge coin. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. McDoom, if you were in attendance last night and were hit with one of our traditional fines as a token of appreciation for participating, you had received a challenge coin. That was something new that we did this year, courtesy of a sponsor helping us. But we did get some requests for them. So I will take that away and see if we can get some more coins created and get them out to the public if you really, really do want some. The challenge coins are a great thing. For those that don't know what a challenge coin is when there's a group of military personnel together, the higher coin takes the rank, and then the lower coin is responsible for either a round of drinks or the cost of a meal, or just for laughs and giggles to see who's got the better one. So thank you so much for that. As a matter of fact, when Sabrina shares a few of the photos, what I will do is just step away for a quick second and I will show you what the coin actually looks like.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do that segues into how you make your money for all of these fines is that this is an image that is them trying to negotiate. Now, that is our fire service, and it looks like the members of the Coast Guard. I think this was, whatever it was, they were trying to talk their way out of being fined.
Yes.
Or it was something they're trying to come up with a reason to try and get out of their fines, but then for you to go get that, let's just do a video because this one has the cadets doing push-ups on the ground. And it was because Andrew was rude, or he did something and he was not going to go down without a fight. So he called the cadets to actually share in the pain with him. So you know what? Well,
1, 2, 3, 10, up! 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10, up!
Hold on, let's get this one. This was another. Oh, she's back. That was quick. Oops, we got another one. Hold on, let me get you back here. Let me get you back. There we go. You got the coin.
I have the coin.
Mm-hmm.
This is one side.
Gorgeous. And there's the other side. Cayman Islands Veteran Associate, lest we forget. Oh, yeah. There we
So
go.
this is the association's challenge coin.
Mm-hmm.
So we will definitely work on getting some more for those that are interested, and then you can reach out to us. We are on Facebook and we are on Instagram. If you got a pen and paper handy, I'm more than happy to give you my cell phone number, and you can also reach out with the request, and that is 926
Mm-hmm.
5189. And
That-
I would happily respond and let you know or keep you updated as to when we do get more. And if you're a business out there and you've tuned in and you would like to support the Veterans Association by having one of our poppy bins with the poppies and the bands in your business just to help raise additional funds for us, you can please contact myself again, 926-5189, or Mr. Paul Ebanks, our champion for the Poppy Appeal, and our vice president of the association, and his number is 916.
Which one is this, Paul?
This is Paul, yes, 916-0701. And Paul is working his way across the island tomorrow to be delivering the poppy bins to all of our schools, which is another important initiative that we do leading up to the Remembrance Day weekend, where we go and do school talks and, you know, educate the children on the history and importance of the Remembrance, why the Remembrance Day weekend actually exists.
Okay.
Because we also do what we call VQuap, and it's a challenge that, again, Paul spearheads, and we put children to the challenge, and we ask them to do essays, complete this competition, and then the different schools are then recognized who gets the most correct answers during the challenge. And we honor them by having a pizza party or an ice cream party for that class.
Okay. Now
it's
here's another challenge. I think this one was because of not wearing black socks, or it's a black tie event. So this is going to be interesting. And this is just for fun.
The whole event is just fun.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go.
1, 2, 3, 7. Come on, help me out. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. Here he comes. 1, 2, 3, 10. Good man.
And he had to pay a fine because he, of course, being very patriotic to his own heritage,
Yes.
it was a black tie event. But I'm finding out that people were deliberately doing stuff just so they could be fined. Now that's cool.
That's correct. So for anybody who hasn't attended one of our events over the last 12 years, we dive into the military mystique of a military mess night. And a military mess night is a formal night where officers will get together and they have a gala dinner, and they just enjoy themselves. It's a moment for them to take a break and just have some downtime. So when Andrew and I came up with the gala idea, we said, okay, it's going to be a black tie event. People are not going to know what they're walking into. We try not to give too much about it, but I think the secret's out there. But people that have attended over the years, Sabrina, when they say, oh, I got in trouble, I had to be called to the front of the room and I had to pay a fine. It's because you violated the rules of the mess night. So people will do it on purpose. They know that they're supposed to be wearing a black tie. They'll show up in a purple tie or a white tie. And then they get called to the front of the room, and then you have your panel up front with the president of the mess. And the president of the mess this year was who was gracious enough to sit at the front line, which was Dr. Sydney Ebanks.
Yeah.
And, he was a true champion. He formerly served in the JDF, so he still has that military discipline and etiquette.
You know, a lot of
wonderful
people,
job.
a lot of people learned that last night, Saturday night. They
Right.
did not realize that Dr. Sidney Ebanks served in the Jamaican
Defense Force.
Defense Force.
Mhm.
And that was a shocker
Yes.
to a lot of people. Again, he is a medical doctor, but
Mhm.
yet look at that. Look
Yep.
at where it took him. I don't have official pictures of him of the event, but we got some showing you that life continues even after, because it is all about a balance. But I do have some candid pictures of us yesterday. But let's do another video here. It's just so you can explain this one. This one got in trouble. Mhm. Hope you guys enjoy this one.
Please say this moment. All right. So we gonna work your way out of this one. The table is fined $100 altogether. But we also want to see some electric slide. Let's give it your first attempt at the electric slide. This is getting ugly fast.
Okay, so how crazy that every single every single one of those individuals served
You
in
see?
the military.
You see? There we go. And they got the award for?
They got the award for being the rowdiest and rudest table of the night.
There you go. And they're proud of it, you know. They
Oh,
are
yes, they
proud.
loved it. I'm telling you, it's something about getting called up to the front of the room and they've gotten in trouble. And as you can see, some of them are missing their poppies as well.
Yes,
So they also got fined for not having their poppy on when they should have been wearing the poppy for the event. So yeah, it's moments like that that make it even more fun. The gentleman in the kilt, that's his traditional cultural attire for formal events.
Uh-huh.
But because he wasn't black tie, he got hit with a $25 fine and he had to do push-ups. So, and he was a true champion in sport about it. So it was great.
Yeah. Now,
But,
I mean,
this highlights that the event is not only about remembering,
right,
but it's about having a wonderful group of people come together for an incredible cause and to have fun with it, all while we remember what's the purpose behind it.
Right. Oh my gosh. And there was time for us to mix and mingle as well. I think I stole a picture here. See, I don't clean up bad. Look at there.
You look beautiful. See, Eric got the message. He was like, I'm not getting fined.
You know why? He didn't want to get fined because he didn't want to get embarrassed with the other guys from the regiment, because he wasn't even sitting with them. So and I was like, you ain't gonna show me up. You know
That's
better.
true. And there's my wonderful husband,
look at
Andrew
him,
McLaughlin.
all balled up, all spiffy. I could have asked him for his number last night. Yeah.
He's the president of the Veterans Association. Unfortunately, due to other commitments, he couldn't join us this moment, but he's been great with handling everything and taking care of our veterans. And we do, how do I put this in a better way? There are MPOs out there where they have full-time employees that are salaried. Everything that Andrew, myself, Paul, members of our association, not one of us is paid. What we do is strictly voluntary to keep the association going and to take care of our elders in need through the association. So we are just grateful and continuing to express our gratitude to everyone in the Cayman Islands that drop that dollar, drop that $5, drop whatever it is, donate to the cause, because your money, 100% of your money goes to helping.
Yeah.
And broke the rule and wore their combats instead of their mess dress. Oh, yes. Mr. McDoom, I'm going to tell you right now, I need you to do me a favor and save the date. It is already booked for Saturday, October 10th,
Wow.
2026.
Mm-hmm.
The Marriott, they are absolutely incredible. They've taken care of us for the last 12 years. So a shout out to them that we have already booked the date for next year's event. I would encourage you to come and join us, and you would have an incredible time. I can promise you, with the little snippets that
We're getting them. We're getting them. Oh yeah, this I told him. This is strategic. And look who popped by. Look.
There's an honorable premiere and Mr. March. Yes.
Yeah. Look at who popped by, and look. And then we got Kathy and her husband all spiffy.
Yes.
And there we had lots of fun because look. You see, we went for brunch. I tell them. I went out and look. Let's move this from here. Then we went out for a little bit of fun. Look at that. We clean up nicely. Tell us about the man in the back. A lot of people don't see him down.
No. So that's our president of the mess, Dr. Sydney Ebanks. And he's such a trooper. He's not one of those big socialites and stuff like that.
I was shocked.
It was an incredible weekend, and he did such a fantastic job with helping us with the fines, the event, promoting it. And we rewarded ourselves after the gala with a little bit of downtime. So
we had some friends too. Look, we got a photo bomb. We got photo bomb there by our guy over there. Oh my God, he just had a blonde brain fart from DMS.
Oh yeah.
Lord. Yes, he photobombed. I did not realize it until he said it. Like I photobomb you, Dr. Ebanks. I did. Yeah. So he
and there's Miss Lynn
Lynn from the Cottages. We're going to have her on too. We're going to have her on talking about the whole season and all of that good stuff. And of course, we go late. But you did a whole day, and yet we still went out into the dark. So see, we even kept the dock out. Yeah, your secret is out now. What a mess. But it was all fun. He did an excellent job. He did an excellent job. Kudos to him. He was known as a doctor, I think, but last Saturday night, he would have been known as Mr. Fines.
Yes.
And did he put the fines on people? Yeah. So he
did a fantastic job. And, we got to give him great thanks for taking time out of his busy schedule to spare it and to provide assistance towards making the event even more successful. So thanks to Dr. Ebanks, and thanks to everybody that was in attendance. I mean, we have some sponsors that are just, if you don't mind me giving them a quick shout out.
That was Blake Rogers.
Year after year. Yeah.
I forgot his name. Blake Rogers from Stingray's Media Studios.
Right.
Yeah, Blake Rogers photobombed us.
And that was before Andrew and I arrived. Yeah.
Yeah.
A chance to see him. Yeah. I mean, we have like I said, we have such incredible people on this island. We really, truly are the hidden gems of the Caribbean. The people of the Cayman Islands are just so invaluable. Like, I don't even know how to say thank you. People in our Cayman community just continue to give. And even during hard times, they are always there to support. And we can't do it without the community support. So I would like to give a huge shout out to Mrs. Susan Oldie Hampson. A lot of people may know her as one of our largest philanthropic givers of the Cayman Islands. She selflessly gives annually to helping us get through. And during COVID, when we weren't able to host our gala event because of the COVID situation and the restrictions in place, She helped fund us for the entire year.
Hmm.
So that is one incredible individual. And I know that she doesn't like the public thanks and whatnot, because she does do it out of her heart, unconditional support. We have CIBC, Caribbean Bank, who's a platinum sponsor, Health City, Cayman Islands. We have Reliable, CG Brick K, Flowers Group, Cayman Armored, Jake Scott. Huge shout out to Stuart Humphreys. I mean, they usually take the award for rowdiest table, but for some reason they were kind of quiet this year, but they still gave in a different way and just amplified the purchases with the raffle tickets, because we get some really incredible prizes.
Right.
Rocky's Diamonds donated 2 necklaces to us for our fundraising initiative. And we just had great fun with it. Kirk Freeport, Red Sail Sport, our new Minister of Finance and Education, Honorable Ralston England. Unfortunately, he was not able to join us, but he did make a contribution through his ministries to support our initiative.
Mhm.
Cabinet Office, they're like, wow.
Mhm.
So although we don't receive actual government funding, as the seafarers do with the monthly stipend, again, as I say, through these sponsors, this is how we are able to take care of them. So even when the government comes through, when you were minister, you were a wonderful support, not only through Home Affairs Ministry, but through Health and Wellness. And it does make a great difference, because, you know, as we're starting to deep dive into the laws,
Right.
in a conversation that you and I had, we were looking, and we just discovered with HSA on veterans receiving care. So it's we're really looking
They're
into
exempted. They're exempted. Yeah, I can share the law with you on the. I meant to send that to you. They were one of the exempted persons when I did the whole thing on who's exempted Caymanians, and the veterans came up under that piece of legislation.
Yeah, so we're going to look closely into that, and we appreciate that information, because, you know, without proper medical care, they're not being they're not going to survive.
So in other words, if they go there as a veteran Caymanian and they have a ID to prove that they're a veteran, they don't have insurance for whatever reason, they shouldn't be pressured for money, because they're under the exemption under that piece of legislation.
Well, now we know, because we have several veterans that are with Cineco, and they're paying astronomical fees just for medical insurance, to ensure that when they go there, that they are covered and they can be served as they need to help with whatever medical issues that they're having. The funds that we raise help with transportation to and from medical appointments, their utilities. Those veterans that are on financial assistance, Foster's has been really great with us. We provide gift certificates that are topped up monthly with $500 to help feed them, get them their groceries and supplies that they need. But the wonderful thing that with Foster's having a pharmacy is that they're able to use those gift vouchers, those top-ups that we give them monthly, to help purchase their prescription medication. Again, it's because we weren't aware of the waiver per se for veterans getting assistance.
Exempted. Now, if they're insisting that they give it to them for a service fee, then that should be waived as well once they go to HSA. No, this is only a government facility. But I will definitely send you the piece of legislation.
Well, thank you.
It's one of 18 pieces of legislation that governs the Health Services Authority, and I will send you the entire legislation.
No, I appreciate it. It all makes a difference, and it all goes a long way. I mean, one of their biggest scares is that they fall ill in their aging years, and they can't get the help that they need to help them survive. So any information that can be provided, any support that we can get through the power of the community, it's definitely welcome. And we want to thank everyone for sharing the information and for helping us get through year to year.
Definitely. Well, you're already leading up to the event. We just finished October's of 2025. 26. Do you have events that like takes you through the years, or it's like through the year? And how should there be persons want to volunteer? What does it take? What is it like? I know that you guys don't have an office. It's not like you have this huge, it's what, 3 or 4 people. I'm sorry. I don't have pictures of didn't get a picture of your volunteers. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. We do have associate members. If members of the community are interested in supporting volunteering, if they go to Cayman Islands Veterans.org, that's our website, and our registration forms are on there. You can actually register to become an associate member, which is basically being a volunteer, and that we would include you in the distribution. You'll know when we're doing things for our veterans if you want to participate and partake. We have other tiers of membership as well, that if you had a family member that served,
right,
there is a different tier for that. But we take into account people are very busy. There is no there are some NPOs out there that actually charge membership fees to be part of that association or that NPO, and we do not.
Okay.
We do not charge to be part of the association, because our goal is to focus on giving the community's money to what it is to be used for, and that is helping our aging veterans and the widows and widowers in need. So yeah, it's anybody can reach out to us on social media or via the website if they want more information and getting involved. Right now, we're as we're discussing, we've launched the Poppy Appeal, and sadly, we're not as fortunate as some other NPOs when they're out there shaking tins. We would love to rally volunteers to help us get that done.
Okay.
I know the season's already started, but if you do have a few hours to spare, either during the week or on a Saturday, please, I implore you to reach out to Paul or Andrew and find out what difference you can make and what you can donate in terms of time to helping us shake tins out there.
Now, I stumbled across one that didn't make the platform, and I'm quite sure I'm setting you up with your bosses.
Oh.
That one. I told you. Tell us what that was. Now, that's her bosses, guys. So listen, now this is interesting.
This is okay. So CIBC is one of our platinum sponsors, and yes, for those of you that know me, I work for CIBC, and I have for almost 16 years. We have our head of country, Jamel Sobers, and our director of personal and business banking, Mr. Samuel McField. They're standing there with Andrew, who is Mr. Vice, and as you can see to the right, holding the microphone, is Dr. Ebanks, president of the MES, and they're pleading their case as to why they have to pay a fine.
Can you imagine?
For the ladies that were seated at the table, who are colleagues of mine, and they had to pay the fine because the ladies left to use the restroom without seeking the permission of the president. And they wanted to know why they were responsible for paying the fine. So
can you imagine?
The bankers tried to turn into lawyers and deliberate, but it didn't work. They ended up having to pay $5 per young lady at the table seated with them for the fine. So these are the fun things that go on throughout the night and how we raise additional funds.
And this was another one, but this one was the Coast Guard, the entire Coast Guard. I think they wanted to, no, that wasn't a point that they wanted to leave. It was something that they did wrong.
They were actually, they came to the front of the room to ask permission for unlimited bathroom breaks. So the entire table came forward to request permission and pay up their fines in advance to Mr. Vice.
Can you imagine? And guess what? Their boss, Mr. Robert Scotland, sits at the head table. So do you know what that means when it comes to protocol? And if it's one person that should know exactly the do's and don'ts for these events, it should be these guys. So
Yes. But again, it's all in good fun. And I will say, some people may be wondering why they just saw a glimpse of the fire service, or they're seeing police officers or Coast Guard, are members of the Cayman Islands Regiment. Now, it is very important for the public to understand this event is not just about our veterans that served in the military. We also take the opportunity at this event to highlight our servicemen and women, as you see here on the screen, that put their lives on the line every single day. As you mentioned, Sabrina, when we're in danger or there's an emergency,
they run to it.
It's natural for people to run away or call and seek help. Now, these people run to the danger. They fight the fight for us every single day. Our Coast Guard is out there protecting our borders. Our Cayman Islands Regiment is here to support on land. Our fire service and our police force go out there at the dime of a phone call when 911 is dispatched to go and help somebody in their time of need. So we take the time and homage, and we recognize their service at the event as well. So they get beautified and they get all sharp in their nice, gorgeous, and handsome uniforms, and they come out and they deserve a good night as well. Oh, yes. Thank you, Mr. McDoom. Our cadets, every single year, we have the Cayman Islands Cadets Corps come out and join us for the evening. They have to leave before the fun festivities start, but they are with us throughout the entire evening from the start to the end of the ceremonials, and they are sharp in their uniforms. Sabrina, I think you showed them doing the push-ups with Andrew. So the cadets, whatever punishment Mr. Vice receives for the night, he brings the cadets into it, because there is no I in team. Everything is done as a group. And a big shout out to those cadets that, instead of getting in trouble or sitting in front of a gaming computer, they go out there and they do drills. They wear their uniforms proudly, and they are the future. So we have them participate with us at the event, and they are showcased by welcoming our guests right from the entrance doors to the elevators to the ballroom. They are the first ones that you are going to encounter, and we are so, so proud of everything that the cadets do. So that is another way of showing our appreciation. And the Flowers Group, I will say, they've continued to support us for the last 12 years. And through their sponsorship, the Cadet Corps is able to attend the event with us. So thank you very much to the Flowers Group for doing that. So our future generation gets to have that experience and be publicly thanked for what they do. So thank you, Mr. McDoom. I appreciate you highlighting the Cadet Corps as well.
Wow, Shad, it is just amazing to hear, even though this is a recap, and I know for those of you who came on because I was supposed to go through, but it was this important for me to actually share this event, what the significance of Remembrance Day and remembering our veterans, the significance of the poppy, that I know we were supposed to get into standing orders, what to expect leading up to Wednesday. But you know what? I felt I had to allow you the space for you to get this word out, share all of the happenings of the weekend. And, I just want all of the persons who stayed with us to understand the significance of this. And also, I hope that you'll give me a bly, but tomorrow I will definitely bring exactly the entire show that I had planned for you today, which is the eve leading up to Wednesday. But I felt it was more than fitting, understand what had just transpired over the weekend, to share this with you And I'm hoping that on Wednesday, when all of our persons actually attend Parliament, that everyone will be symbolic in wearing their poppy to show that these people are remembered. And so I ask you for your forgiveness this evening, understanding that we had a change in the promo. Even though I said I was going to share with you the veterans, but I did not and will not be able to give you the full context of what I wanted to get into in regards to standing orders, and no apology needed, Shatton. This was more than warranted because I know you.
Thank you.
Yes, nope, no apology needed. Tomorrow I will definitely give an entire show, even though at the very beginning I will have our dear friend, Miss Irma, on as one of the longest breast cancer survivors that are doing very well. I'll be interviewing her briefly, and then we go into the crooks and crannies of what I want to speak or who to tell. We could go into a little overtime tomorrow, more than definitely preparing our people Tuesday into Wednesday so that they know exactly what is being received or what they should be expecting. But I felt it was very important for us we had you on leading up to the event, and now let's do a post analysis of everything. And I think if we keep this, we will keep this momentum up so that we will not only get more corporate sponsorship, but definitely more people again. Mhm.
Yes, most definitely. I would just also like to highlight our final fundraiser would be what we've tried to initiate is a national dress down, and that is dress red. Please wear your poppies or dress red on Friday, November 7th. That is the Friday before our Remembrance Day weekend.
Okay.
And we would like to show the entire Cayman Islands the solidarity and unity of our community in supporting our veterans leading up to Remembrance Day. And again, Sabrina, thank you so much for helping us get the information out and highlight how fun the event is. I know there's a misconception. People hear veterans and like, oh no, but it's all in good fun and good faith for a great cause. And, the importance of the event, again, as Her Excellency posted this afternoon on her Facebook page, why it's so important to attend the gala because of the poppy pinning. It opens up the poppy appeal season to encourage people just to show their support and continue to remember, lest we forget. So please, if there's anything, get your poppies, wear them proudly. And on Friday, November 7th, we do ask you to dress red. And what we'll do is we'll provide Sabrina with the veterans account information, and you can do an online transfer if you'd like to make a donation and help contribute towards that. But we are encouraging the community and all businesses across the Cayman Islands. Let's dress red on Friday, November 7th for the cause.
So this is one time we're actually removing any political branding from the color red and for the remembrance of what we're doing for our veterans. So
absolutely.
So that is the day that we're going to dress red. That's Friday, November the 7th. I will definitely get more information and share that with you leading up to the day. And definitely that day, I will be in red. Shadden, we got a caller. Good evening, caller. Welcome to Sabrina Speaks. You're live.
Good evening, Shadden. Good evening, Sabrina. I just want to plug this in because I know I'm talking about veterans, but you did mention firemen, and I saw the guys there. One of them was my husband. Man, he hired all of them. He is a retired deputy fire chief. He was a regular fireman and went out and fought to save lives and endanger his life. Even after he was a deputy, he didn't have to go, but he still went and almost ventured his life because we almost lose him one time, and then he went. And here he is now, was battling cancer and forgotten because we have a problem with a roof, which was promised to him, help almost 2 to 3 years ago, and all now we haven't received it. Right now, we're up in here. We had rain today. We got leaks, and nobody hears us. And I guess because he had cancer, they must be think that, well, he don't need it because he could soon die. But thank God, he went through the treatment. He's in remission.
Thank
We
God.
got go we went for a follow-up this week. We going on the 22nd, and by the help of the maker, it's gone. It's now recurred no way. I have positive feelings. God's gonna help us, and He's gonna make it till when His maker is ready for him, and when He's ready for us all. So I may get flogged for this, but I'm putting it out there because here I cried, I talked, I did everything, and here we is right now with the leak water coming down, and he is not being helped.
Well, I do hope that your minister is following along and listening, and that you can get the support that you need or the assistance that you need to get sorted. I will tell you, I'm offering my sincerest prayers and well wishes. In the last 2.5 years, I myself have been battling breast cancer, and I'm a survivor. And through the grace of God and positive energy sent my way, and His mercies, I'm here to continue to provide support where I can and when I can. So please keep the faith, give him our well wishes, and we are praying for him and you as well, because as a caretaker,
Correct.
it does take a toll. And I will tell you, as a cancer survivor, it hit my family hard trying to take care of me. So wishing you the best, my dear, and thank you for calling and letting us know.
Well, you know, Shadden, I know we're here because of the Veterans Association, but it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you just segued into the next 20 minutes of today's show.
Oh.
Very candid. And I know I have been here with you pretty much all the way, even though from the shadows.
Yes.
If you don't mind, can you share with us a little bit in recognition and awareness of Breast Cancer Awareness Month? Because I've seen you last year. You got that year before, I think it was, you got diagnosed?
2023.
23. And you, that other year, you got that diagnosis, you got your treatment, you had surgery, and you still showed up at the event. But without me saying so much, if you don't mind, can you share with us your journey?
Sure, absolutely. I'm honored to, because without getting the word out, people don't know. And I will say early detection does save lives. And I know people hear that constantly. And if you do not believe that early detection saves lives, I'm going to give it to you now. I have had the honor and the privilege through CIBC Caribbean, my employer, to launch Walk for the Cure, which we'll be hosting our 14th annual Walk for the Cure on Sunday, November 2nd. 100% of those proceeds benefit the Cayman Islands Cancer Society. In my work and efforts to helping raise funds through that initiative, I learned a lot through the people at the Cancer Society about self-checks and why self-checks are important. For a person of like myself who has zero, and let me repeat, zero history of cancer in their family, I did my monthly self-checks religiously. On April 19th, 2023, I was doing my normal monthly self-check, and what wasn't there in March, I found in April. Tender in my left breast, pretty defined. Didn't really hurt much. I said, God, this doesn't seem normal. I went to my husband and I said, feel this. And he said, what is that? Go to the doctor right now. Mind you, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. But I did call my doctor and he said, as soon as you can, come in. I was checked. And unfortunately, on May 10th of 2023, I was officially diagnosed with high stage 2 breast cancer. And again, early detection, I found it. There was a process that I had to go through. I did end up being sent overseas to Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center in Miami. And on September 12th of 2023, I underwent a partial mastectomy. 2 masses were also found under my arm. Thank God, the lymph nodes did their job and surrounded the masses like warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept the cancer from spreading, which was great. So I did have that surgery, but while, as you mentioned, I came to the gala thereafter.
Mm-hmm.
While I sat in my hospital bed and was undergoing treatment, I was actually putting the gala together.
Mm-hmm.
Because the gala is so important to raising funds to helping our veterans. There was no one else to do it. And just because of what my illness was, didn't mean that our veterans had to suffer.
Mhm.
So from the hospital bed and through my treatment, I pulled the event together. And by the grace of God, I made it home in time to attend the event.
Mhm.
Not as vibrant as I would have liked to, but it was a success, and it was our 10th anniversary of holding the event. And not many people knew.
Nope.
But people did find out that night.
Mhm.
My
And
husband
the room was like Niagara Falls with tears because we're like,
Yes.
what?
And people said, wow, you're going through breast cancer and you still paused and did
Mhm.
this.
Mhm.
It's important for me. For those that don't know me, I myself am a veteran. I served in the United States Marine Corps. I'm an injured veteran. I received an honorable discharge because I was injured. And, God has purpose for everything, and I continue to stick to that. And my purpose was, meeting my husband, who was also in the Marines, Andrew. And when he was approaching retirement, he said, I'm ready to go home. I want to move to Cayman. I want to be around my family and my people. And you know what? If I didn't get injured and God said, I've got a different plan for you,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
probably wouldn't be in Cayman. So
Right.
I leave it to God and in the hands of God. But I will say, through all of that, I went through my radiation treatment. It was very difficult. I suffered 3rd-degree burns. I'm still scarred from it. It does play with the psyche. A lot of people don't realize when you're going through something so traumatic, you might see a smile on my face. I might tell you I'm doing okay, but really I'm kind of broken inside. I ask why. I pray that it never happens again. And, that wasn't it for my story. In
Mhm.
January, when I went for my follow-up, they found that it was ovarian cancer. I didn't know stage 0, borderline 1 existed. And for women out there, ovarian cancer is one of the most silent and deadliest
Yes.
cancers that will kill women today. So please, I implore you to continue to get your checkups. And again, this is coming from somebody with 0 history of cancer. Cancer doesn't discriminate. It's not biased. It doesn't pick a holiday or a time of the year, or just because you might be from here, there, or whatever. Cancer is cancer. It doesn't care. And it comes up at any time. And it will not only affect the individual, but it affects the entire family. It
Mhm.
affects the people you work with. It affects your friends. And it's so important to provide support while going through it. And don't say, just stay positive. It'll be okay, because I'm going to come to you as a cancer survivor. And I
Mhm.
will say, we appreciate you saying stay positive and it's going to be okay. But the everlasting fear
Yes.
that you don't know what the end will be. You don't know what the results will be. You don't know what the circumstance will reveal, and if it'll lead from one thing to the next.
Fear
Um,
of the unknown or
it's
the
the
next
fear,
result.
yes, it's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of when you go for another checkup, are you going to get diagnosed again? Sadly, they found 2 nodules in my thyroid now. Thankfully, they're small and slow growing. And we're going to wait another 6 months to see where it goes. But I'm living day to day in fear.
Mm.
And I'm coming on the public platform and I share that with
And I
everybody.
thank
But
you. I thank you
um,
for being so candid.
Well, I thank you for allowing me to share it, because it's important for the community to know why it's so important to stay abreast of your checkups,
Mm-hmm.
albeit prostate exam, colonoscopies, your
Mhm.
mammograms, your pap smears, just
Mhm.
everything. It
Mhm.
is so important. Take advantage. The law requires you to have health insurance. Use it. You
The
are paying
wellness,
for
there's a
it.
wellness side of it. Yeah, go and get these
Yes.
checks.
Use it. Take advantage of it. Take care of yourself. I mean, even if you have vision coverage, go get your eyes checked, because that could lead to something else.
Mhm.
Sometimes headaches are not just a headache. It
Yep.
might be a tumor.
Yep. Like our friend
As you're
Oscar.
aware
Oscar
from
DeCosta.
Oscar,
Mhm.
you know, he thought that they were just really bad headaches, and bless
Mhm.
his heart, you know, now he's founded the Gray Area. God bless him. He was diagnosed just over a year ago,
Mhm.
and he just hit his 1 year anniversary of survival.
After
And
giving
when they
how much
told him he
months to
only had
live?
a couple
Yeah,
of months.
months. Now he's here with us a year, and
Now he's here with us a year. So I encourage everyone, take advantage of your wellness, do your checkups. Cancer is not forgiving. It is very, very scary. And, you know, I have a lot of people, Sabrina, say, you don't look
Yep.
sick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't have to look sick to be sick. And you don't
Mhm.
have to think that they're okay just because they look okay. There's a lot going on, and whatever prayer and support and
Yeah,
positive energy that you can give makes all the difference in the
it
world to
does, it
somebody
does.
battling cancer. So thank you for letting me share that, Sabrina.
Sure. What has it been like for your extended family, from learning the diagnosis to being right there, your entire change of life routine, how you see life now, I'm quite sure has changed. You've recently, as you shared with us, got another diagnosis that they're seeing it now in your throat. And you know, it's like when we're celebrating, yes, Shadden is back, and damn, what?
Yeah.
No, like that was the look on my face. Like, when are you going to get a break when you shared that with me? Like, you know, but how has it been on your family? I know what it's been on your friends and your close circle, who are definitely there for you in our own ways. But how has it been just navigating life and trying to remain that sense of normalcy as you navigate the unknown?
It's very hard, and forgive me if I do get a bit emotional.
You're allowed.
Um,
This is a safe space.
when I was you as a mother, anybody out there watching and tuned in, as a mother or a parent of children, your first natural instinct is to protect your children.
Mhm.
Um, at my time of diagnosis, our daughter Gianna, who is currently at University of Tampa studying to be a nurse, she was just about to graduate from high school. They were getting ready for final exams, and our oldest was at exam time in university. And I did not want, it took me 3 months
Mhm.
to share with our children that their mother had cancer. It was a very, very difficult time. Our youngest, he was only 10.
Mhm.
And he said, Mommy, when I sat at the table with them and I finally told them, because I didn't want to ruin Gianna's
Yeah.
graduation. I didn't want to ruin it was her, for me, it was her time.
Mhm.
And for my youngest, he jumped off the table, ran to me, put his arms around me, hugged me so tight. And he said, Are you going to die?
Oh.
So with that, it like hits you like really like, whoa. It took me
Mhm.
a month to tell Andrew I had cancer. Like he was just like, Hey, have you heard anything? And I just kept putting it off and putting it off. And
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
know, I didn't know how to break the news. And
Mhm.
slowly I was just crumbling inside, trying to
Oh,
find
my.
the right time. So it's been very hard on the family. My children, every 3 months, I have to go away for appointments, and my children are like, Mom, are you going to be okay? I'm like, yeah, baby, don't worry. I'm going to be okay. When I had to go and have a radical hysterectomy because they said this is going to spread, and it's going to spread very, very quickly. And everything just happened so fast. I had just finished treatment. And now here I am running to another surgery, and it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks for recovery. And the children were terrified, and they're like, Mom, you're not going to die, are you? And you can't say yes and you can't say no, because we have to put our faith in God's hands, because God's in control. And, you know, we should never be we can never be the ones to ask God, why me? We don't know. But I will say, through everything I do through the Veterans Association and everything I do through the Walk for the Cure initiative, God has a purpose for me. God has a purpose for every single one of us, Sabrina. And once our purpose has been served, He will call us home. So I know I have so much more to do. It's not my time. And I'm going to fight the fight. I try to stay as positive as possible. I am a ticking time bomb with fear. And I will show you as a military veteran, I never thought I would get tattoos, but because of my radiation treatment, I said, those are not going to be my tattoos.
Right.
This is actually Survivor in Morse code. I thought it was fitting, being a military veteran, that I would have something that meant so much to me as a reminder that I am a survivor. And I am part of that group, and I am thankful to God for my existence. Not because I wanted to mark myself up, but this is a constant reminder for me. My fight's not over.
Right.
And after my second diagnosis, and then I was free and clear of that, and they said, okay, we've got it all. That's good. We'll see you in 3 months. I celebrated, and I said, you know what? I kept my faith, and I kept my faith stronger than my fear. So I added this one. Everybody needs to know that my faith is stronger than my fear. And for anyone out there fighting the fight, keep your faith and make sure that your faith is stronger than your fear, and you will overcome.
So powerful, Shadden. You know, early detection is key, but it takes even that much more strength, as you rightfully say, to just get up every morning and face the world and just go on. Not like you don't want to dwell on it, but it's a part of you. But that takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of strength. And the mere fact that you're on this space today, so candid, what advice would you give to anyone who's possibly going through or right there with you right now in the same stage? We know men are not immune from breast cancer. I shared with you what I felt when Eric told me that he had found a lump, and I'm trying to get that brood on here from a man's perspective. Thank God his was benign. It was not malignant.
Thank God.
I'm going to try to get an interview with him to see exactly what was going on. But, you know, not everyone can do this. But I know exactly what that was like. Thank God his ended up being benign. But at times you actually feel so alienated, like the whole world is closing in on you, that even though you have the support, when you're in your comforts of your home, like you rightfully said, you held that back from your husband for over a month. What you were shouldering, what you were carrying, oh my God, Shadden, you are one heck of a fighter.
Thank you. I want everybody to be a fighter. I cry in the shower nearly every single day. That is my let it all out, get it out for the day, put on that smile and get going. You know, I don't want my children to think I'm weak. I don't want anyone to think I'm weak. And you know what? Illness is not a sign of weakness.
That's what they think. We're not caring about them. You're fighting. You're fighting for your life. You've got now 3 diagnoses after getting 2 clearance. You've celebrated 2 times. I've been at 1. And every time you go back, then there's another diagnosis. don't give two shakes of a duck's tail what anybody thinks about you. You are allowed to express whatever. Don't you ever worry about what anybody says. Okay, never, never, ever about you don't want anybody to think that you're this. Who gives a crap? You're navigating life.
I am. It's a struggle. It's a real struggle, honestly. My advice to people out there, if you are fighting, make sure you have that positive circle. Make sure you have an outlet. If you don't have an outlet, and I'm speaking not specifically to you, Sabrina, I'm addressing the people that are tuned in. You have a right to life. You have a right to survival. You have a right to battle the way you choose to battle. Become a warrior. Don't fear it. Fight it. And you know, it's different for every single person out there. It's exceptionally difficult for me every single day. I feel like I get kicked in the teeth or knocked in the knees. It's very hard. It's sorry.
Don't apologize. You're good. You're good.
I don't want to have to tell my children again that I have cancer. And I don't think anybody ever wants to have to tell their family member that they've got this, what once upon a time was a death sentence. It's not a death sentence. Take care of yourself. Be reactive. Get the treatment. And I'm going to say, please, for the love of God, listen to your doctors. Your doctors are not going to steer you wrong. They took an oath. Survival. They're there to help you. Your family and friends are there to help you. Don't shy away from it. But if you feel that you need to cry in the shower or hide in a room or sit in your car like I do, I take a deep breath for 5 minutes and I'm like, okay, I got to get through this day. But I will tell you, I am so tired all of the time.
Oh,
all of the time. And I hate saying, gosh, I'm tired. Gosh, I'm tired. But I push myself and I do. The medication I was on, one of them caused liver damage. I had to move to another one. So while I'm fixing something, it causes another problem. I went on another medication. I ended up getting diabetes. I'm not a bad eater.
Yeah.
Everything has a reaction.
Yeah.
Right? So don't fear it, fight it. And don't be shy to reach out for help. It's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about. I know there's a lot of people out there that are battling in their own ways. I know somebody, she refused to tell anybody that she was battling cancer. And she told me, and she said, I have breast cancer and it's not looking good. And I told her, I said, I'm here for you. You know why? I understand exactly what you're going through. Anytime you want, call me, come to me. I will sit with you. I will let you cry on my shoulder because I didn't know that I could do that. Your guest tomorrow, Miss Irma, she became my shoulder. She became my strength. She's so ever empowering with what she went through herself. You just don't know when you're gonna, what we say in Cayman, you're gonna buck up against them, you know?
Yeah.
You just don't know. They're out there. But don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to tell people about it, because the more you share about your experience, I don't know if I didn't know that there is 182 different types of breast cancer.
Yeah.
That's breast cancer, Sabrina.
Alone, just breath.
Just breast alone. You don't know from one thing to another. So seek out help. Don't be ashamed. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Your number just got picked.
Go for your checks. Do your own self-examinations. And if you feel something weird, don't assume. I know it's scary, better said, with someone who knows what that feels like. But you know what? Prevention is better than cure. And that's why early detection saves lives. But we got
It
a
really
caller.
does.
We got a caller. Good evening, caller. You're live on Sabrina Speaks. Welcome.
Good evening. I couldn't resist not calling in.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like you've had two different guests
Ah,
on your show tonight. The first person was all pro veteran and encouraging and support and planning, and this is what we need to do and this is what they go through. And it wasn't until she even said that she was actually in the Marine Corps and a veteran as well. It was so amazing listening to the support. And then Shannon starts talking about her personal experience with breast cancer. And let me tell you, I am choked up because how selfless are you? It is the gift of human spirit. You have just proven, Shannon, that is still alive and well. And I want you to know that I will pray for you. And
so sweet.
and your spirit is unbelievable. Young children fighting this. I lost my mother to ovarian cancer, which you were absolutely right. The doctor said it is the most aggressive and the most deadly. And for you to just keep on going through diagnosis after diagnosis, I cannot imagine what that feels like. But I will tell you that you are not wearing it on your face or your sleeve, as the saying goes. You look phenomenal. You looked phenomenal in the photos from whenever, if it was last night or the night
It was
before.
Saturday night. Yeah.
May God be with you and your family and your friends.
Thank you.
I'm happy that it sounds like you have a really good support system, because I know that that is not only vital for the person who's going through the illness, but like you said, it affects the family, it affects the workplace, it affects the friends and loved ones. And I just felt like I just wanted to share that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that I'm not the only one. I mean, I'm not watching, I'm mostly listening, but every now and then I look at the screen and I see the comments of
I
encouragement.
think people are shocked
You
that
have a
you
virtual force
Yep.
out there that I think that you've wowed them as much as you've wowed me tonight, because there's no way that the Shannon McLaughlin that was talking about the veteran society is the same person sharing this testimony with us now. God bless you, my dear. God bless.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So much, caller. You see, Shannon? You see, let me tell you something. Because this picture, she said two persons. I hear three. You know what you're seeing, what you're hearing, and you get up every day and you go to work, and your job is very demanding.
Yes.
In its own, and you have to just go to work and just get it done. But
Yes,
he is right. Who we saw at the beginning, who we were hearing, and thank you so much for being so candid and letting us into your world, because I think far too often we don't really see the everyday faces. We don't really hear the stories from persons that you can really, really, truly relate to. And here you are, just recently diagnosed again, and you're still fighting the fight and going on. God bless you.
thank you. And again, I want to express our true appreciation to you, Sabrina, for giving the veterans the attention that they do deserve, and highlighting the importance of what we do to help. You know, they say no good deed goes unpunished. It doesn't matter. If you can donate, if you can make a difference, just helping in any way, shape, form. There's so many different NPOs out there. Jasmine is so amazing. We had a family member recently pass away, and a lot of people in our community knew him. God rest his soul, Devron Miller.
Yes.
And he fought a good fight, and it was very unfortunate due to misdiagnosis that he didn't have that opportunity to fight like I did, or like someone else may have had the opportunity to fight. Pancreatic cancer is a vicious, vicious animal. And unfortunately, he lost his battle in August, and we will remember him. But Jasmine took such great care of him end of
Oh, yeah.
life that there
Oh,
are
yeah.
so many different ways that people out there can support. When you think somebody standing at a table shaking a tin is a means of them harassing, I need you to understand, when you donate a penny, when you donate $1, or when you donate $5,000, you may have ultimately changed and saved someone's life. I'm going to leave it at that, because a lot of people don't understand. A lot of these NPOs, like the Veterans Association, 100% of the funds that we raise go to benefiting our aging veterans in financial need and assistance, because this is our only way of helping them. When you donate to different NPOs, I can't tell you exactly what they do, but they're there for a purpose. We have key NPOs out there. I didn't know that when I started doing Walk for the Cure through the bank initiative, that we would end up raising over $1 million
Wow.
over the last 13 years to helping cancer patients in financial need. And I will tell you that 100% of the proceeds that we raise through our Walk for the Cure initiative benefits the Cayman Islands Cancer Society directly, because me actually experiencing it, I'm going to tell you, Sabrina, from personal experience, and I don't know how much more time we have, but I'll sum it up in a quick nutshell. I have incredible insurance. My employer provides me with incredible insurance. I have a premier package, and I struggle financially. And I say that to say I cannot imagine the people that don't have the type of insurance that I have, what they are going through to survive. It is so scary to think, oh my God, I have a maximum cap, a lifetime cap on my insurance. When it's exhausted, what do I do? You know, there are people out there that only get one doctor visit a year, or they only get, you know, a certain amount of coverage for an illness. What do they do? Do they go home to die? It's so terrifying. And again, until I was diagnosed, I knew that there was a need to assist people. I didn't know how bad it was, Sabrina. It's terrifying. You know, working alongside with the Cancer Society, when we started this initiative 14 years ago, they only had 63 cancer patients on financial system. And now it's in over 200. It's so scary how many people are being diagnosed with every kind of different cancer that you can possibly imagine. But the need for help is out there. It's a matter of survival. People are terrified.
Can you imagine here in the Cayman Islands, we have so much NGOs that is able to assist. We have some of these NPOs are also giving out free mammogram screenings. We notice that the Tropical Lions Club of Tropical Gardens on Thursday, they will be at the Bodden Town having their Webster Memorial Church Hall for their awareness. And also then on Friday, they'll be at the Northside Health Center Clinic. And then on Saturday, there's going to be a health fair on the 18th. It's amazing what access we have here for free. We do. Know that there's just certain things you can get for public health at HSA.
The Breast Cancer Foundation.
The Breast Cancer Foundation as well. They have vouchers as well that they can help. They have prosthetics. They have people there that can give you nutritional advice and all that. It's amazing. We had Beverly Edgington on here, and she was speaking about all the great works and what services that they have available. They're located over there in Grand Harbor. And it is just so much in comparison to other jurisdictions where they can't even get access from a public health standpoint versus NPOs that we have here willing to help anyone. And the good thing is, what I love about these NPOs, your nationality, is diddly squat. They are there to help. They are there to assist. And they have so much resources that they're willing to, and if they don't know, they have the means in helping you find out. And you don't know unless you go and you give them a call. But persons like yourself, Shadden, who's fighting the fight yourself, who don't know your next step. You're living pretty much hour by hour. But your mindset, the surrounding of family support, the mere fact what you just said, you got like the best, like elite insurance, and you're still struggling. That speaks volumes of where we need to go
Yes.
as a community.
Yes, it's very imperative. It's very, very imperative for support. I can't reiterate enough. Take advantage of your wellness, get your checkups. You don't want to be in a situation. We can't predict illness. That is and the one thing in life we can say is definitely guaranteed is death.
Oh yeah.
It's very hard to come on a public platform and remind people that that is the one certain thing in life that is guaranteed.
Correct.
Is death. We don't know when it will happen, but if we take measures for longevity and take advantage of the resources that are out there and available to us, do it.
Right.
Cancer Society has health fairs, as you just mentioned. Lions Club of Tropical Gardens is going district to district for their awareness campaign. Go, listen, take advantage, do what you need to do, because you know what? If you yourself will not take time to take care of you, no one else will.
Correct.
It's very, very important that you do. Remember, self-care is the most important thing before anything else.
Correct. So that's, again, for those who are just joining us, I'm speaking with Shadden McLaughlin, who came on here to give us a recap of pretty much what happened at the Cayman Islands Veterans Association Gala, their biggest annual event, getting funds to pretty much help them navigate the next year ahead because they don't get government assistance. And then we shared some of the highlights of not only the night, but also the next day. We just went out and we just enjoyed, have a good time. And then that led into such a fitting topic because Shadden herself has battled breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and now she's recently been diagnosed. This is the third diagnosis now of cancer, and her life is pretty much every 3 months, it's like you're holding your breath. And again, this month we are honoring, we're acknowledging this Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But even though it's breast cancer, it's a month that we look at cancer, period, in everyone. It doesn't have a face. It doesn't have a gender. It doesn't give two diddly squats what your network is. It does not care. And we're seeing where numbers are increasing, and even men are being diagnosed now. So the importance of self and breast examinations is key. And there's so much resources and persons out there willing to assist, like the Cayman Islands Breast Cancer Association. We got the Lions Club of Tropical Gardens that are on their entire month of awareness campaign. Thursday, they're at Bodden Town Webster Memorial Church. They're having a wellness meeting on a Friday. I know Friday everybody goes to happy hour, but look. This is not a evening meeting. This is from 10 until 12. They will be at the Northside Health Clinic. And then on Saturday, you go out to East End again for a huge health fair. That's the East End United Church, and that's from 9 until noon. But Shadden, we're going to do our part here. And I'm just so happy that you were able to pretty much just transition into sharing and being so candid of your personal story, how you've navigated the impacts that it has had on your family, and how important it is to have a right mindset. The mere fact that you've given back so much, you understand it now. You see life totally different, not only as a serving person who were who fought. You're an injured veteran yourself, and now you're fighting your own fight as you continue to be a mom, a wife, a dear friend. I have never found a person as loyal as you, and I'm so blessed to be in your life and to have you a part of mine. And this is why this is effortless to allow this platform to do exactly. Let me tell you something. Like you navigating life, I come here with an open heart, non-bias. I just create this space, and even though this was not the topic today, people are appreciative of what was shared. They learned so much about the significance of the poppy. All that you shared, you have gotten information as well, taking away of the exemption of the veterans under the schedule of HSA. But thank you. This is the community that we are living in. This is the space that we've created here on this platform. And I want to just show how appreciative I am for you just being so willing to share your story here.
Thank you for giving me the time and the opportunity. Yes, I wasn't expecting the tail end, but it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Stay vigilant, stay strong, do your wellness checks. It is Elder People's Month. So please remember to get your poppies, wear them proudly. Remember, freedom is not free. It is a sacrifice that someone made and gave that ultimate sacrifice so that we can enjoy the very freedoms that we enjoy today. So it's very important. We encourage the public again on Friday, November 7th, dress red. All the proceeds will benefit the Cayman Islands Veterans Association, to our cause, and then the support that we need. And then on Sunday, November 9th, the Remembrance Day parade will commence. And on the 11th hour, we shall remember. So please remember that on the 11th day of the 11th month of the 11th hour, we will remember them. But on November 9th, that is when we will identify at the parade to take a moment of silence. And we ask that everybody, lest we forget.
That's right. Shadon, it has been a pleasure hosting you this evening. And you fill me with strength. You've motivated me. I hope that the message that was shared here this evening, that you would motivate, encourage, and inspire someone else who may be battling in silence. And it's okay to ask for help, be it male or not. And for all of those, especially in the military or who has served, who is just battling PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, that it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to actually call a friend. And, this thing about judging people, no, don't judge, because you don't know what anybody's shouldering. And, sometimes we may be on the road and people just look at you and they don't even know what you're battling.
It's true.
They have no clue what you're battling. And here you are showing up, speaking out, being a fighter, being an advocate, being there for others as well, knowing well that you need shoulders and hugs and warm encouragement for yourself as you navigate the unknown. I want to tell you how.
And if you don't mind, as it relates to cancer, I'm just going to say this Saturday from 9 to 1, we will be at the CIBC Caribbean Main Street branch, holding registration for our Walk for the Cure that's scheduled for Sunday, November 2nd.
Okay.
And 100% of the proceeds of the registration benefits cancer patients in need. So if anybody is interested in participating in the walk, they can come see us from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday at the Main Street branch. And for those that want to continue to support the veterans, please find us at one of the Foster's locations on Saturdays, Airport Foster's during the week. And if you are a business out there that would like to help us raise additional funds, either donations or supporting us by accepting a poppy bin and poppies at your place of employment, and encouraging your staff to put on those poppies and wear them proudly, please reach out to us. We would be more than happy to bring a bin over to your location, and we truly appreciate the support. Thank you.
So
Yes, I agree with you.
So that is for you, Shadon. And then the other number for
Paul is 916-0701, and he can arrange for a poppy bin for you.
Okay. And right now, you see, Ms. Rose was asking, where can she get the bands?
Okay, the bands will be at the locations by Foster's. So you can head over to Foster's Cayman Bay, and primarily Foster's Airport. You'd be able to find them, and some of the business locations are accepting to have the bands at their locations and not
Okay.
just the poppies. So
Okay.
it's hard for me to give the exact locations, but I will tell you at the Foster's locations, they will have the bands. And
Okay.
Miss Rose, I know that you're working at the airport, so maybe I can send some over with Andrew. And he can get them to you if you're downstairs.
There we go. Well, Shadden, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I hope that
God
this
bless
was
you.
a little moment for you to just exhale as you cry and share. That
Yes.
was therapeutic for all of us. And you definitely have tug on the heartstrings of so many this evening. There
Thank
we
you.
go. And the coin, huh? Is that,
Yes,
yeah?
I'm not going to forget Mr. McDoom. So I'm putting the challenge coin up again for you, sir.
There we go. There we go.
All right. God bless
Thank
you.
you, girl.
Thank you so much,
Love you
Sabrina.
lots,
Thank
Shadden.
you,
All the
community.
best. Oh, there we go. I didn't meant to kick her out so quickly. Oof, that's what you got. It has been a pleasure bringing you another episode of Sabrina Speaks. And I'm not even going to make an apology at this stage, but tomorrow I will definitely do a deep dive in exactly what I wanted to talk about today. And that's in preparation for us going into this week where Parliament is going to meet. And today's episode of Sabrina Speaks, we were going to delve into understanding the protocols, powers, explaining some of the language that will be used as of Wednesday, what to expect, breaking down an SPS, what it means. We don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what they're going to be saying at all. This is the government presenting their 4-year blueprint of what they're going to deliver for the people. And of course, there could be some statements being made based on the speaker giving permission. We don't know. But what should you expect? I'll share the link as well so that you'll have it, and I'll definitely be in tune. But it was a pleasure bringing you this episode of Sabrina Speaks. Thank you for Shadden. Thank you for all of the corporate sponsors. Thanks to everyone who came out and made Saturday night a huge event. And yes, I am wishing everyone a wonderful evening. I think that is so pretty. And after Shadden and her sweet spirit, I just felt that was cozy. That's exactly how she makes me feel. But until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone who have tuned, even those who stayed up in the UK and put up with me again this evening, Miss Lucille, everybody, Barbara G, even my friends over there in Texas, Marshall, Connie, thank you so much. All my Shaq Azula. Where's Shaq? I haven't seen Shaq. Hey, what's up with Shaq? I haven't seen Shaq comment in a while. But yeah, it has been a pleasure. Please do. Love you lots. Until tomorrow, God bless and have a lovely evening. That's a wrap for today's edition of Sabrina Speaks. Thank you for tuning in and for being part of the conversation. Remember, the dialogue doesn't stop here. Stay engaged, stay informed, and most importantly, stay empowered. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m., same time, same place, right here on CMR TV and radio, where your voice matters and your truth is heard. Until then, K-Man, take care of yourself and each other.
That's it for today's edition of Sabrina Speaks, where your voice matters, your story counts, and your truth is always welcome. Join us weekdays from 5 until 6:30 p.m. right here on CMR TV, as we dive into the topics that matter most to you. Catch the show live or on demand at cmrtv.com. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram so you never miss a moment. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and always speak your truth.